And a
So,
warm welcome to my friend Michelle, by the way. Hi,
yes,
Michelle.
welcome. Yes, I see Michelle is here. So, welcome to everybody to today's Reiki and Power of Writing Circle. And we're here to create an online community here in the circle, coming together for connection, inspiration, and healing. And I'm Kathy Brook-Wong. If you don't know me, it's very nice to meet you. And I'm the Reiki Master, and your host. And so today you're going to learn about and experience a Japanese healing art form called Reiki with me. And I'm very, very excited to introduce today's special guest healer, Eva Finn. And Eva is a marketing and advertising writer, a storyteller, and a writing coach. And Eva and I have known each other since we were students at Fountain Valley High School. So, hi, Eva, and thank you. And will you tell us briefly what we will be doing with you today?
So basically, we're gonna do a couple of writing exercises, some prompts that hopefully will be. You'll have a couple of choices. We'll do two quick 10 to 15-minute exercises, and we'll do a little bit of breathing beforehand. You know, writing can be a very healing experience. It can almost be like meditation, if you will, especially when you just sit down and start, writing. It can transport you to other places. It can bring up memories. As Michelle knows, we're in a writing group on Saturday mornings that we enjoy, where we, are given prompts, and it's super nice. And it can just take you, it can heal you in many ways that you don't expect. So what I'm hoping is to give you guys that experience of either, by the way, when we do the writing exercises, you can write to the prompts, or you don't have to write to the prompts. You can write whatever moves you, right? And the idea is, by the way, with writing, there is a philosophy that journaling, by the way, every day, like when you first wake up, they call it morning pages, that if you write every morning when you first wake up, it's a great way to release things that maybe even from subconsciously from the night before, get them out of your system. You start your day off with this just sort of release of all these thoughts. And I think it's another great way, in addition to meditation, Reiki, other healing modalities, to heal yourself. I think there's a lot of healing that can take place through writing. And by the way, there's so many ways to write. Like, for example, I was writing a memoir for a while, and that is another great healing thing to do, is writing about your life and your life experiences. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Kathy.
Eva, thank you. We'll be opening, so I hate to interrupt, but
Yeah.
we'll be starting with our opening circle, and I'll be sharing Reiki and distance Reiki. So that's great for intro, and I can't wait for everyone to get into the process and, hear more about, the healing movement of energy and creativity that can happen through writing in a little while. Okay, so thank you. And I'm gonna just mute everybody at this time, so that when we have the recording, the recording is focused on the speaker, and not, background noises that might be in your home. So yeah, thank you so much for introducing that to us. And so I'd like to start with a brief opening blessing. And during this time, you close your eyes, and there's nothing special you need to do. Just relax into it and receive. And if you like, you could put your hands over your heart and just feel the warmth of your hands into your skin, into your heart, if you'd like, as a warm hug for me, as I say this opening blessing to set the intention for our sacred circle. So I welcome you as a dimension of yourself as you tune into this sacred online circle. I recognize you. I know who you truly are. You are in the spiritual image and likeness of spirit, source, God, whatever you like to, whatever you connect with. You're a one-of-a-kind, wonderful, unique expression of magnificence and brilliance. You are such a original blessing in the mind of spirit, and you are here for a reason. And thank you for sharing your beautiful shining self with me and Eva today, and all of us and all that know you. I feel this about you, and I know this about you, and I give thanks for you. And so it is. Amen. Thank you. And welcome to Sarah and Catherine and our new friends who just joined us. So welcome, welcome. So I'm going to start now with a brief explanation of what Reiki is for my new friends. And then today I'll be talking about one of the 3 energy centers of the body called the Earth Center. And I'm going to also share a little bit about the Reiki symbol that is associated with it. And then I'm going to guide you through a short but powerful breathing technique. It's called the Hara breath. Okay, so I'm going to try to do all that in about 10 minutes here. And so, yes, first I'd like, and then after I share about that, I'll describe a little bit what distance Reiki is, because I'll be sharing that with you today. And then I'll ask Eva to guide you through the writing activities. All right. So just very briefly, Reiki is a sacred healing art form, and it's for the purposes of relaxation, wellness, balance, clearing, reduction of pain, and there's a lot of reasons why people may either learn how to do Reiki for themselves, for others, or receive Reiki treatment or healing. And so I love the word Reiki, and it means in Japanese universal life force energy. And so this is the cosmic life force energy, or energy that flows through all living things. And everything really is energy. And Reiki energy is a balancing, intelligent, harmonizing energy that heals on all levels, physical, emotional, spiritual, and mental. And so as a Reiki master in several of the lineages, so and people who are trained to do Reiki, to have the ability to guide and direct and share this Reiki, this energy with others. And then also as a master, I can be like a master teacher and teach others how to do that. All right. So and everybody can, and we can all be Reiki practitioners. And in the next few months, I'm going to be starting a Reiki 1 level class. So if this feels like something you'd like to do, reach out to me. You can tell me in the chat box, or let me know later. So about distance Reiki, because while Eva's sharing and while you're writing, I'll be kind of in the background, just directing, like channeling. So what happens is I channel the healing energy from around, and I'm just going to bring you in and share it with you. It's if I come and say, come here, I'm going to give you a hug. Or I say to a child, like, come here, sit on my lap, I'm just going to hold you. And just love on you. It's a compassionate, healing love from spirit around us. And so with distance Reiki and any kind of healing art form, the energy could be shared through space and time. Okay, so we don't need to be physically present, in the same area for you to feel it, to receive it, and know the benefits. Okay. So I'm really excited to share about one of the energy circles or energy centers that I talked about in the last 2 Reiki sessions, the Reiki and Healing Art sessions. So I'm going to be sharing my screen. So hold on here. Again, I'm going to share my slide because I can do this. Okay. Okay, my friends. So I'm going to share my screen, and I'm going to try to keep this brief, but I'm a teacher at heart, and I just love to share. So I'm not going to go over all of this, but we were talking about that in Usui, Mikao Usui, the founder of Reiki, used this kind of model on teaching his students about the energy centers, and they're called the diamonds. Can you all see that? Okay. Yeah, okay, great. And so I talked about the earth center, the heart center, and the heavenly center. And so today we're going to be looking at the earth center. Okay, and that center is located about like around your belly button. Okay, about 3 finger widths from your belly button. So if you like, it's okay if you play with your belly button today during this, but no, you can find it by placing your hand around your belly button. Okay, and I'm going to share with you my next slide. Oh, we're going to go back still. So let me just tell you a little bit about this center, the star of our show today. The Earth Center is where it's believed that our original energy is stored. And this original energy is the energy that we were born with. And then as well as like our connection between us and the life force. And it's believed that the energy levels within that area, which is also sometimes called the hara or tanden, can fluctuate. So we need to keep the levels up. And when the levels are low, then the body is more susceptible to illness. That's what's believed by Reiki practitioners. And so to regain strength and good health, one needs to reestablish the connection to the hara, to that area, the earth center, and to prevent and recover from illness. So our immune system and well-being is kept when the energy levels are replenished, especially in that we call hara center. All right, so that's just a little bit about that. Now I'm going to show you the next slide. I'm so excited. I've been dying to teach this. Oopsie. Okay, so, oh shoot. Okay, so hold on, folks. I was going to show you a different slide. Okay, so I just know how to get back to the beginning, and I'm going to go back to my slideshow, and then I'm going to show you briefly what this looks like. Now, I know some of you are Reiki practitioners. Can anybody, can you raise your hand if you've learned a little bit about Reiki and you're familiar with this symbol? A little bit, yeah? Okay, so I'll just talk briefly about it because I know I have only a few minutes. But this is one of the Japanese, yay, Michelle, one of the symbols that's associated, that is taught when we do our level 2 Reiki training. It's called Chokurei. And Chokurei the meaning is, place the power of the universe here. Now through this symbol, the symbol has energetics. And also in Reiki, intentions are very important. So we set an intention, we use the symbol, and it does some things. It does a few things. It helps us connect with the earth energy. It's used to begin Reiki, to turn it on. Thus, it's called the light switch sometime. It's called the power symbol because we're going to place some intention of power, that some energy is going to be shifting, and the Reiki is going to come in and do its intelligent healing work. It's also called the grounding symbol. So we use this for grounding, to find focus, clarifying what we wish for. And I use it and I'll be using that today when I'm sharing distance Reiki with you. I use it for grounding. When I wish for you grounding, to feel grounded, to feel connected to the earth, the beautiful Mother Earth energy, to feel grounded to the earth, to feel grounded to yourself, to be grounded like roots of a tree, to be grounded into the earth, so that when there's fear and there's different emotions and things come up and it's really, really hot outside and we're getting a little losing it, our patience with, or whatever, getting out of sorts or whatever, I use the symbol for grounding. I want to show you just one more thing briefly, and we're going to do 1 or 2 minutes of this, what I call hara breath. Can you all see that, the body? Okay, so I'm not going to go into detail, but here is that chokurei, and it's made, what we do is we start at the top, and the top, there's a typo, but it says it represents the higher self. And so I often envision when I'm doing a Reiki session with someone is I'm going to start at the top and go down through all the spine and all the chakras down to the root chakra. And then it's this beautiful spiral going round and round. And I often see that I envision energy moving round and round through the body, swirling around to all the parts of the body. I also envision that it's like the turn on or power. So I often see that something is increasing. So if we're going this way, a certain number of directions, that something's increasing. Groundedness, healing, more love, more light, more joy is increasing. So I think for now, that's all the time I have to show you this magnificent symbol. And I would love to tell you more about it. And I'm trying to find all the controls that I have on my computer. Oh, this is so funny. Okay, so I'm trying to find there. I'm trying to find you again. There you are. Hi, my friends. I'm a teacher and I do that. I crack myself up with the technology sometimes. Okay, so I know I would love to turn over the focus to Eva, but I do want to just have us do 1 or 2 minutes of this breathing. And this will help also with moving into what Eva has to share. And I don't know how everybody feels about writing, or like you're not sure exactly what we're going to be doing today. So this will kind of ground you and get you settled. And we're going to breathe in some magnificent, this life force energy. We're going to be breathing. Now we're going to take our hands. Well, I'm going to do this. Okay, I have a cute summer dress. So, okay. So we're just gonna put our hands right here below your belly button, okay? Okay. And then what I'd like you to do is I'm gonna come closer. We're just gonna breathe in. So just breathe in. Imagine that you're breathing through your belly button. Okay, and let's breathe out first. Now breathe in slowly through your belly button. And breathe your belly out like a balloon. Away from your spine. Okay, for a second. Now let it out as if your belly is coming back to your spine. Now let's do this again and straighten your spine nice and tall from your root to your crown. And then breathe in wherever you are right now. Just let the air out. Now take another deep breath in. Expand the belly like a balloon with your breath, drawing the navel away from your spine. Exhale deeply. Drawing the belly back towards the spine. Let's do that one more time again. Breathe in. Imagine you're breathing beautiful healing light through your belly, coming through your body, moving out now through your head. Let's do the reverse. Breathe out, like you're kind of breathing back into yourself, and one last time. Breathe in. And usually you repeat this till you feel kind of some energy pulsing through your body. Pulsating through your body. So that's briefly what we call the hara breath, and I wish we could do it more, but right now, Eva, let's mute yourself, and I will highlight you, and it's all yours. So please unmute yourself.
Okay. So Kathy just did essentially, I think, has set us in the proper mood to write. And one of the things I think that also is good is inspiration from outside sources. So what I'd like to do right now is read you a poem before we get into our first prompt to kind of set the stage and maybe inspire you in terms of what you're going to be writing. So this is a poem by one of my favorite poets, Pablo Neruda. I'm sure quite a few of you have heard of him. And it's called Keeping Quiet. Now we will count to 12 and we will all keep still. This one time upon the earth, let's not speak any language. Let's stop for 1 second and not move our arms so much. It would be a delicious moment, without hurry, without locomotives. All of us would be together in a sudden uneasiness. The fisherman in the cold sea would do no harm to the whales, and the peasant gathering salt would look at his torn hands. Those who prepare green wars, wars of gas, wars of fire, victories without survivors, would put on clean clothing and would walk alongside their brothers in the shade without doing a thing. What I want shouldn't be confused with final inactivity. Life alone is what matters. I want nothing to do with death. If we weren't unanimous about keeping our lives so much in motion, if we could do nothing for once, perhaps a great silence would interrupt this sadness, this never understanding ourselves and threatening ourselves with death. Perhaps the earth is teaching us when everything seems to be dead, and then everything is alive. Now I will count to 12, and you keep quiet, and I'll go. Okay, so that was our first poem, and what I'm going to do now is share my screen, and hopefully this will work, and I'm going to share our first set of writing prompts. You'll have a choice of 2 prompts, and then, as I said, you don't need to write to the prompt, and I'm going to set a timer for about 10 or so minutes, and just go ahead and either write to the prompts or write whatever you feel like, and let's see if this works.
I'm sorry, Eva, we have some friends who just joined. Would you briefly mention some of the benefits of writing and how is that, or kind of a spiritual practice? Or maybe you'll show that with us later.
Yeah, let's get into the prompts since everybody's kind of ready, and we'll do that before the second exercise. Let me just make sure I can find this. And bear with me, as we say with the world of technology. Can everybody see my screen? Can everybody see the first writing prompts here? Can you thumbs up? Can everybody see the writing prompts? Okay, so the first round, the first prompt is make a list of things you no longer need to do. How would your life change if you stopped doing them? The second one is, what are you grateful for? And I'm going to go ahead, and everybody's going to be muted, I hope, by Kathy, and we're going to go for about 10 minutes. Okay, good luck, everybody. Your mission, should you decide to accept it. Here we go. Okay. How's everybody doing? How was that for everybody? Does anybody want to share anything, or how did everybody feel about that? Kathy, I don't know how to unmute everybody. I don't know if that's, can you hear me?
Yeah,
Kathy,
we would, if anybody would like to share, you're welcome to unmute yourself and share a bit.
that's okay. If nobody wants to share, we can, oh, okay, yes. Can't hear you. I can't hear.
Sorry,
Oh, that's okay.
it's always this way. I misread the prompt.
Okay.
I was thinking the prompt was things you don't need to do again.
Mm-hmm.
And what I realized I had written were things that I do need to do again.
That's good. Again, I said there's no rules. You know, you can write, no, but you don't even have to write to the prompt.
Yeah.
So if you found that helpful, that's wonderful.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good. Good. Okay, so now I'm going to mute you guys, or Kathy will mute you again. I'm going to read the second poem, which is one of my favorites, just because I'm kind of a bed person, and maybe you all will relate. And it's by Dorothy Parker, who is also one of my favorite poems. And this is called, hold on, I'm going to get to it here. The Inscription for the Ceiling of a Bedroom. Daily dawns another day. I must up to make my way. Though I dress and drink and eat, move my fingers and my feet, learn a little here and there, weep and laugh and sweat and swear, hear a song or watch a stage, leave some words upon a page, claim a foe or hail a friend, bed awaits me at the end. Though I go in pride and strength, I'll come back to bed at length. Though I walk in blinded woe, back to bed I'm bound to go. High my heart or bowed my head, all my days but lead to bed. Up and out and on and then, ever back to bed again. Summer, winter, spring, and fall, I'm a fool to rise at all. Okay, so our second set of prompts, I'm gonna do a screen share. And again, another 10 minutes will go. And hold on, hope you can see my screen. The second set of prompts are, what really matters most to me at this moment? If you could wake up tomorrow having gained any one quality or ability, what would it be? And I'm gonna write also with you guys, and we're gonna start now for going about 10 minutes. Okay, let's come back. I'm going to stop the share. How did that feel for everybody? Was that anybody good? Was it enough? How did the time feel? Did the time feel like it went by quickly? Did it go by slowly? Did you want
It was
more?
easier than the first set.
Easier than the first set. Good.
Mhm.
Thanks for sharing. Does anybody want to share anything? And if you don't, that's fine too. I can't see everybody here. Go to the gallery view. Okay. Yes, Madge.
Why am I the only one? I want to get out of COVID jail. I am so tired of, I want to be able to travel and go out and not be fearsome, and physical contact with other people, and smiling.
Yeah.
See someone's, am I supposed to read? Anyway, you get the gist. And what quality would I like to wake up with tomorrow? I wrote equanimity. I feel like I'm on an emotional roller coaster. And
Yeah.
it would be not so nice just to smooth things out.
Yeah, that's a great one. Here I am thinking like, superpower, like, Superman or something.
Can I share another aspect to what her really appropriate comment was? Actually, one of the things I feel the most is joy and contentment at getting to spend so much time with my family. I have a husband and a 19-year-old son who are at home. And also I find I'm having more time to think, to explore, to learn, to let new ideas in rather than rushing to meet real or imagined goals and objectives. So I'm trying to look on the positive, although I agree with her statement of being in COVID jail. And the other thing, my superpower ability would be, I would love to be able to write a book that people wanted to read.
Oh,
That would be something I really want to do. Oh, also want to learn to speak Italian, but that's just a personal goal.
That's wonderful. Do it now. Why not? Just start. I mean, this is the time, right? So that's wonderful. Thank you both for sharing. I really appreciate it. Yes, Madge. Oh, you're muted. I can't hear you.
sorry.
Okay.
Sorry. Karen, I signed up for a streaming service called The Great Courses, and you can learn to play guitar, learn to sing, learn to speak Italian, go on a tour of England. There are 11,000 lectures.
Yeah, and there's also, by the way, master class, and I just signed up through Santa Ana College. I'm taking ukulele, and I'm also taking up Hebrew right now with the JCC. So I'm also kind of trying to take advantage, and I've started a novel. And I didn't tell Kathy this, but I just got a short story published. So this is the time, you guys, even if you just want to write for yourself or start journaling, it's a great time to do that. And maybe you'll discover what some of your other passions are. So anyway, I hope that was fun for everybody. I hope you enjoyed it. And I think I'm just going to say that's it on my end. Kathy, if you want to take it away.
Thank you so much, Doris. I see you're unmuted. Did you want to share anything?
Yeah, I just wanted to thank her because, we all sit down to journal, and I always think it's going to be complicated. And these prompts made it surprisingly very easy for me to just spew. And it felt good to get some things down on paper that I didn't realize were on my mind. So I just want to thank you. I think it was meant to be that you are here today, at least for me. So I appreciate you. Thank you.
I'm glad to hear it. And by the way, there's books you can get. I have like 4 of them from Barnes and Noble that just have prompts for writing, and they're super cheap. They're like $6. You can go online and they have just a whole book of writing prompts if that helps you, or you can go online and there's a bunch of writing prompts that way too.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, thank you so much, Eva. That was really wonderful. I know I didn't journal today because I was sharing, Reiki with everyone, but I do want to say that I have a journal. I have a gratitude journal, and I have written journals since I was high school. And I just, when I'm having emotional turmoil or change in my life, or just grateful. It's like a best friend. I just write and write and write, and sometimes just, I think sometimes spirit or intuition just flows through me onto the paper, and it's really wonderful to, you know, connect with that creativity and intuition and, you know, let feelings out. So I appreciate you so much, Eva, for bringing that, the power of writing to us all. I'm going to show a slide, some slides, everyone. So, well, I'm going to show it when I see it. Okay. Eva, can you tell everyone how to get a hold of you?
Yeah, you know, it's simple. I'm primarily a marketing advertising copywriter if you guys need help in any way with that. And I'm happy also to do some writing coaching as well. If anybody would like some inspiration or editing or help with things of that nature, I'm happy to help. So my website for my marketing is just my name, www.evafinn.com. You can also connect with me through my name at cox.net. That's my email. And then that's my cell phone number. So happy would love to continue the conversation for anyone who's interested.
Great, thank you. And so I'd like to invite all of you to connect with me, see my website, and here's my email. I have an On Wings of Joy Facebook group that many of you are part of already. If you'd like to join for inspiration and just questions for us to discuss about joy, courage, creativity, intuition, healing, a lot of subjects. So right now I'm doing a 28 days of gratitude journal for all of us, or challenge. It was lovely having you all here today, and the offering is from our hearts for free. If you'd like to make a love offering to my Venmo, that'd be great to keep the programming going and just to flow some abundance. That'd be great. And I'm just going to talk very briefly. My friend Deborah Kosick, who was the healer on the 2 weeks ago, and I will be doing a women's nature experience and Reiki retreat. We're very excited about it, and it's on October 21st. So I'll be sending an invitation to the females in our group to this one-day live event. We'll be doing social distancing, and so everyone feels comfortable. And so my special for September is for $180. That will be our early bird price. I'm going to extend it all the way through September, and the full price would be $240. And I'll tell you more about what that is and all that entails. And so I would love to invite you to join us live in nature, to connect with nature, to learn more about Reiki, to do some ceremonial things, and to bring home some goodies. I'd like to invite you also in 2 weeks on September 20th, Michelle Adair, who's here with us. Hi, Michelle. She will be sharing, she's a Reiki Master and Chakra Dance facilitator, and she's going to be talking, we're going to be doing Chakra Dance, and so you're going to learn how different vibrations of music frequencies can help balance your energy centers, called the chakras. And also she's going to be guiding us through some movement to connect with our body's wisdom. And I'm really excited about that. So that is our coming events. And before we say goodbye right now, I want to give another thank you to Eva as our special Reiki, healing arts specialist and writer and inspirational person. And before we, and I thank you all for joining. So before we end our time together, as our circle is coming to a close, I'd like to say a little blessing, and then thank you all for your conscious participation in the sacred circle of love and light and beauty and harmony. So just go ahead and take a deep breath and connect with your chair and just lean into this as I say a closing blessing. So I know that divine love and right action has brought this group together in the circle, and that each of us has experienced connection with each other, ourselves, with spirits, our own thoughts and emotions, creativity and healing. I bless everyone in the circle And I relax and allow the expression of divine and the life force energy to move through me all around us. I'm grateful for our sacred time together here in our circle. And I release this word into law, knowing that it is complete. And so it is. Again, thank you. And I wish you a lot of love, light, joy, and groundedness as you move forward through your day and your week. So blessings, and thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Kathy.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Thanks, everybody. Have a great rest of the weekend.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you all, beautiful friends. Yay. Thank you, Adair. Thank you, Jackie, David. Thank you, Jared, Kathleen, Sarah, Michelle. Okay. Thank you. So I'll be signing off until next